Everyone, my name is Brenda Mahlobo. Welcome back to my channel. It is absolutely a pleasure to have you click on my content. Thank you so much for coming back. And if you were just browsing through YouTube and you came across this video and you're not a subby, please do consider subscribing. It is absolutely free. You're not going to pay any subscription fee whatsoever. So today, right about now, the time is 10 o'clock. I just want to come with a peace offering because I know I've been away for quite some time. I think the longest I've been ever. So I quickly just want to do my makeup and perhaps just catch up a little bit and account to you as to where I've been all along. Thank you so much for staying subscribed even though this channel wasn't active. I really appreciate it. So few disclaimer, I've just curled my hair, so it's not in any particular style. I'm still going to comb it. So I just wanted to give these curls a bit of time before I can like properly style it. So this is not the final hairstyle. And another thing, I was gluing it down, so it's not properly down yet. This is like a fake scalp type of lace, and I'm not a fan. Really not a fan. It's a struggle to get it down. I know I'm supposed to just like have a band just to help it stick, but I'm not going to do that. So I already have like a moisturizer going on my face. So I just want to sprinkle this quick face just to add on, and my eyebrows are done as well. Because I'm trying to save time. Ooh, and another disclaimer, you know I'm not going to look at you. So if you are new here and you're thinking, oh, like just know I'm also using this as a mirror, but I do have the actual mirror over there. So if I look further away from you, I just want to get a true reflection of how the color transfers, because sometimes it's not the same as you might see it on camera. So if I just want to get a true reflection of what I'm doing, I'm just going to look away, just like, I think this is the glue. It's just trying to temper out my shine. This is the glue from this installation. But the focus is not the hair. The focus is not the hair. So for foundation, it's in a plastic packet because it does not close properly. I've had this for like 3 years or so, if not more than that. It hasn't expired because I am, still fine. If I use it, I don't get any skin reaction whatsoever. So this is a Revlon Color Stay combination to oily skin in a shade 017 Cinnamon. I got this a long time ago. It's about to finish, as you can see. So I'm happy with what I have in my base, and also I do not prime. I just kept it to the moisturizer because I just had a face mask. This is the mask I applied. Where is it? I just had this face mask 15 or 20 minutes ago from Avon. It's called Purifying Charcoal Mask, where charcoal extract is from the clear skin. Utola Avon clear skin. So that's why I don't have any primer whatsoever. Because also it's winter, I don't want to be dry, like extremely. I don't want to be extremely matte, and I think I'm happy with my moisturizer because I have quite a few layers on. So let us blend this. But before we do that, let me attempt to salvage this hair situation that comes and disturbs my peace. Yeah, it's better, as I don't want it to disturb me and come on my way when I'm blending, because we're gonna have an issue. We're gonna have a serious issue. Yeah, see, it's still up. Like, I don't like the fake scalp. You've had that. So my door is open because my son is playing outside, and please do forgive me if you're hearing voices and the sound of doors opening. Please show me some mercy. So I'm gonna do my eyes last. I'm not even sure like what eyeshadow. I like this shade match. It's just that sometimes it oxidizes and gives me a red undertone of some sort. I know that's not my undertone. I don't know. I don't know what my undertone is, but I know it's not red. So I'm gonna also try to clean the top of my eyebrows with this foundation as I blend, because I just cleaned with a concealer underneath. Yeah, I'm not gonna go further up because I'm not trying to have. So where have I been? I've been nowhere different, in a sense that you know by now. If I'm away, it's because of school and sometimes work. So I'm having like a semester from hell. Seriously. I don't understand. Just this semester is different. And I think also my module selection did me dirty. So it's just been a lot. And also I chose modules that, what's this? I chose modules that require a lot of writing in terms of essays, you know. So whilst on my modules, right, I registered an Islam module. You heard that right. As somebody who's a Christian studying a module from a totally different religion comes with challenges, in a sense that you don't have any background whatsoever. That's the reason why you're studying the course, right? That's why you chose it, because you don't have any background. And I have my own reasons why I saw the need to register it. And the problem is that I don't have access to any library where I stay. I stay in a small town, and the only closest town that could offer me like a library, like a Christian, or not a Christian, like a religious or an Islam library, is Newcastle, which is quite a drive from where I am. So I've encountered challenges because the study guide or UNISA just provided very minimal information. So if you want to write and enrich your essay, you know, it was a challenge. And at the same time, you just don't want to go to the internet and be searching just, you know, and be searching about the hadith and whatever, because you need to understand one thing, that the internet consumes or swallows whatever it's given. So because I don't have like a background within me to actually discern that this is the correct information or not, I did not, you know, I did not want to go to that through that route of just Googling and finding any internet article and then basing my writing from it. I'm trying to find my concealer. Yeah, it's here. I'm trying to find my other concealer because I have the other concealer here. Let me blend one last time. So it's really been a challenge finding a source for me to like enrich, because I mean I can't write based on what is given in the study guide alone. You know, if you really want to pass your essay and whatever, you need to make it more substantial. You need to also show that you have done a groundwork, you know, you've researched, you found information, more than the information that's just given by your lectures. So I'm going to go with my concealer. But to my surprise, I am passing that module. I've written 4 assignments, 3 actually, because the 4th one I just submitted, so I'm not sure how well I'm going to do. I'm not sure how well I'm going to do, so I'm just going to reference on the 3 assignments that have already been marked. By God's grace, I'm passing. So it's been that and other modules as well. I'm doing more modules this year, and I've been going through it, Mina. Through it, through and through. Let me blend. I'm gonna start here. So I didn't tell you, this concealer is from Revlon. This is the Skin Awaken. It's called 5-in-1 concealer. It's supposed to give me coverage for 24 hours. And the shade is called 050 Medium Dip. So I like it. It's a bit light, but I make it work. So it's been that, and yeah, nothing major. I'm just going through it. In terms of school, I'm seeing flames. I'm trusting God. I'm gonna pass most or all. There's just one game. You know, there are some modules that when you get 60%, you're mad, like you're flipping mad, your day is just messed up. And then there are other modules, when you get 60%, you're the happiest. And you're like, I'm going to take my 60 and I'm going to go home. That's been a scenario. There's this one module, ne? The thing with it, though, is that it's not a difficult content at all, but how they choose to phrase their questions. My God. I don't know. Are they trying to have us fail? Are they trying to have us fail? Because it's in the way they ask their questions. And it has a lot of articles that are not provided on, like, articles that are not provided on the dashboard. We've been doing a lot of work. And you're thinking to yourself, how am I supposed to know of this article if it was not provided? And apparently you're supposed to go to the e-library or whatever, which was like recently made available, by the way. For the longest time, we've just been, you know, winging it when it comes to, now I'm going to do my nose. So I use a set. This is like my 2 combo. This is like an extremely light. This is from the Chic Glam in a shade Bali Sugar. So this I'm going to go with just now. It's like an extremely light. So I wanted to do my nose. So it's been that, man, and I just needed to like extra focus. I'm going to write my exams soon and just, you know, and just bury the semester once and for all. Because what? I don't want it to come back. I need a different semester, not this one, please. So this is an extremely light one, okay? Sizoyibeka nje endaweni eyodwa ke le. Singabi generous with it at all. We are not going to be generous. So it's been that. Nothing major. It's just been that. While I wait for this, I'm going to contour. And I'm going to use a Smashbox concealer in a shade, in the shade Dip Warm. So I'm going to contour with this. See, it's not like an extremely dark shade, but it's just giving me the warmth I require, just to warm up my face and sculpt it. Hey, guys. My neighbors, what is that really? Like, what is that? I'm gonna do my nose last. Let me just, because I don't want to mess with this. I just might be tempted to. So, see? Oh, it just disappears. Not that it disappears, it just blends nicely. And you carry on with your life, basically. I like this shade. I think it's finally sticking with this fake lace, fake scalp lace. That's annoying me. See how it blends as well. Just, it blends really nice. So it's just been that, this and that, this and that, and it just became more difficult to film. It is just, because impilo yami basically manje is just cool. Yabo, there's a piece of hair that's annoying me. Yeah, impilo yami is just school. I'm not supposed to have a life outside academics, apparently, according to impilo. Kubuhlungu isithando sami. How usuphindile? I just changed you, isithando sami. I just changed you. What do you mean? We need to start potty training because I can't. We're gonna contour our nose just now. Oh. So I'm just taking down the remainder that's in my sponge. This boy is telling me he wants to change the nappy. I'm gonna go change him just before I do my eyes. Bear with me. So let's define this nose. Let's define this MF nose. I'm also gonna have load shedding in a bit. So only when I'm blending, I'm gonna take up and down and whatever. But for now, let us leave this here. Only when I'm blending, I'm gonna take it, whatever. So let's set. We want to start by setting and then baking if we feel like upagama cake. So I'm gonna set with this Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 230 Natural Buff. So it's light. I usually just start with it just to set, literally, nothing much. Kubuhlungu kuphi isithando sami? Woza, umama akho akubona. Woza umama akho azokubona. Kubuhlungu kuphi isithando sami? Kubuhlungu kuphi? Engceni? Ngempela? Oh, mfana wami. Let me go. I'll go bake out like off camera as well while I attend to my son, and then I'll come back to just do the eyes and setting the... Come, stand Sam. Come. Where's my mark? So I'll go now and then I'll set my contour and then come back, do my eyes. So I just want to do my eyes now, and then, or probably let me just start by setting. Let's set. I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Pink Light, so it looks like this, so that it lists. Baby, are you okay? Ooh. It's so refreshing. It just smells. Ooh. It smells so fresh. So it also has that pink. Stand to Sam. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Yes, you're okay. Oh, stand Sam. I'm not gonna do a lot, because man, the things ain't color. So I don't want. I've contoured my nose as well. As I alluded before, I'm also going to just go over just to diffuse my lines a bit more when I'm done with my eyes, so that I try to get rid of the lines, even though I blended them, so I guess they need more. What am I going to do in my eyes? Let's see here. Probably not this one. And then here. And then probably let's try this brown. Let's start with this brown and see this one. It's from the palette from Shein called Viva La Leopard. So it looks like this. There's a fallout. I'm not used to starting with that eye. So today, I don't know. Mama kusiyaqeda yazi baby. Mama, happy Mother's Day to all the gorgeous moms out there. A happy one. And I hope you have a meaningful journey. I know it's not an easy journey, but it's so fulfilling. It's not an easy journey being a mom, but it's just one thing you choose over and over again. It just gives meaning to life. I'm also, aware that there are people who want to be mothers, but it did not happen for them. So I'm quite sensitive as I'm saying this. And I just hope the Lord will restore each and every one of you and, be able to live your life regardless of whether you are a mommy or not. So may the good Lord, make your life a great one. Because we are given things, ezinye zezinto we did not choose. Just how my son was conceived is a story for another day. Because I didn't even know, I did not suspect anything. Because I had done things, the right way, and it had been a while. Not that it makes any difference, but it had been a while. And I had done things and had taken precaution. I remember I was going to go on a work training. Say 3 weeks after, 3 weeks or a month after, a month or 3 weeks after, I was going to travel from PMB to Newcastle for a training at work. So I'm thinking to myself, it's just before the lockdown. Oh, I like this color. I love it. So I'm thinking to myself as I was packing, it was a 5-day training. I'm thinking to myself, let me pack my sanitaries as well, because I know the 15th, the 10th is gonna fall on the days I'm not here. I'm in Newcastle, so I think it's enough now. Enough child. So I'm packing my sanitaries. I'm just, let me see if Aiki calling my tatala. I'm just going on with my life basically. Kanye. So I'm just going on with my life, feeling good about myself. I had just gotten a new car, thinking the world revolves around me, basically. I'm looking for a nice shimmer. Let's take this one. This whitish. It's from a palette. I called Afterglow from the Chic Glam. I feel like applying concealer first, just so I give this color a bit of chance. But my son also outside is distracting me. So I'm packing my things. At that time I hadn't noticed anything, to be quite honest. It was just before, okay, because I found out I was pregnant after the trip. So I also wanted to reference about another event, but let's just keep it at me. Okay, I'll use this one. Oh, it's here. But either way. So, hi, Mina, I'm going to Newcastle. Vele. I had just gotten my car, but not like that particular month. But I was just starting, when you're getting a new car, and, you know, having last driven a car at driving school or whatever, when you took your license, like, so it's not a car craze, but it's a something, don't, it's a cut of some sort, and it's not even neatly done, but I'm gonna blend it now. So I pack all my things, I'm going to, oh, I had just, you know, I was like becoming like polished in my driving, then I'm getting to enjoy my new car. Because when I'm just tense about doing this right and that right, you know, I can enjoyment. Every day. Yeah, lost and some. Ayikho enjoyment lapho. So I'm starting to enjoy my car. I'm thinking I'm the best thing ever. Like, finally my life is exactly what I wanted it to be. I mean, now I have a permanent job, because I worked in a private sector, like in an NGO sector, like first years of my career. I've been just hopping from NGO to NGO, and then I worked for DT as well, and then the projects I was responsible for was like, had a time frame and it came to an end. Like, I move into it knowing exactly. So I yimi lawyer thinking, yeah, ne, ngiyasifila nje basically. Kumnandi nje empilweni yami, like, you know, kumnandi kwangempela. Hayi, sayakathi ngikhaso. Now looking back, I remember, I think I even did a Facebook live, saying, why is everybody annoying me? Like, everybody is flipping annoying. So that was the only thing when I reflected that I picked up as, so I'm blending with concealer because I can't just apply the other color before blending. So at the same time, I don't want it to get dry. Kumnandi. Let me take the same brush. Kumunandi. Hi. Vele at the time, uzubone, kids. At the time, baby daddy was annoying me. Like, I did not like him at all. But I didn't understand, because, I mean, how? Wenzeni umfana wabantu manje? This is flaky. This is flaky. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna blend and merge these two colors. Don't worry. So one thing I had noticed at that time, why ngicasula nje? Why ngicasula? And in my life, and I was thinking just like, okay, fine. We had like a small argument. I can't remember about what, but it must have been about like WhatsApp and like calling and whatever. But it was like nothing major. At that time, Azik is into Ezi major because we had just, you know, met. We had met like, I think 6 months prior to that. Oh, I'm lying. Could have been shorter than 6 months. Just me saying 6 months. I'm trying to make it less bad than it already was. So I just met this guy. So when that fallout happened, which was not major, by the way, but I sort of like told him off. And, you know, remember I was feeling myself. Ngiyamdinga mfana, ngimdingi. Ngihot mos, ngifeel like ngihot. I can, you know, get any guy I wanted or whatever. I'm at the top, at the peak of my life. Well, I thought, but impilo, where's that brush? I started, what? because now I want to blend and merge and marry the two colors. Where are you now, brush? You should be somewhere here. I don't know, all of a sudden I like these eyes, but I just need to make them make sense. I don't want to dirty. Oh yeah. So kumunandi empilweni ka-girl. I'm going to go back to this color and just diffuse ugel lo osephapha ngoba uyabona manje ukwi-crease exactly uphakama nayo. Hi ushaya, I think ile training yazoqala ngomhla ka-9 eNewcastle 9. Hi ushaya mhla ka-9. I find vele 10. It has never, my period had never been late. My early, they are gonna be like midnight of somebody, like the night of the 9th, then they early. The night of the 9th, and if they late, we're talking about me getting them like on the 10th, then at night, like at night, moving to the 11th, you know, between those transition hours, then they late. It had never been anything in between. Hi, usham mhla 10. Logo ngiyagqoka ekuseni, going to like classes, this training. Ngiyagqoka ekuseni, I'm just moving my sanitizer like away. Phela akwi-bag yami, like I'm seeing them. And I'm quite aware, but not because I was worried. But there was just that awareness yokuthi, you know, ngizoya eJapan while ngila eNewcastle. Ha ushaya mhla ka-10. How? It's at night. Kusengumhla ka-10 ebusuku. I'm like thinking, why am I still in South Africa? Why am I not in Japan? I find thinking at night, I fall asleep. It's not even a concern at that time. Because mina, I know my business. I know what I did and I know how I did it. So that can't be my first thing to think of. Yeah, I think we're good with the eyes. So, then it's the 11th. I'm still in SA. Haven't gone to Japan. I'm like, fine. Ingabi namsebenzi bayishola abantu bexoxa. Abantu baba bathi ingabi namsebenzi. So we're glittering all the way. So I'm just going to apply this mascara. I have the Maybelline mascara, but I am not sure. It's a struggle to get it off, but it does the job. I'm still in South Africa. Usha umhla 12. Ushaye umhla 12. Then kuye ko 15. I'm at home. Uzubona. Because I guess I stayed in Newcastle. I stayed in PMB, and the training was in Newcastle. So it made sense for me to go past home, which is like Vryheid, like the outskirts of Vryheid. So, and then from Newcastle, I just via home. It was going to be it was a Friday. Last day of training was a Friday, and I'm at home, you know, just like. But we were eating. They were cooking for us. I remember they made this potato salad. I don't know whether it was like a normal mayo that they used, but there was just something about that potato salad. It was so nice and soury. I am telling you, I went past the supermarket going home. Just, you know, eating funny sour cream. Gifuni sour cream. So I'm looking for blush. Gifuni sour cream because I just want to try that salad for myself. Amen. I don't know. I bought Cross and Blackwell because now we like at home we're using Nola. I think a lot of people have like migrated to like using Nola, and we there, man. But I know Cross and Blackwell is more sour, so I'm gonna apply blush. Let me take this one. So I know Cross and Blackwell was like more sour. So I'm thinking to myself, this is also from Shein. So I'm thinking to myself, it must be. I tried everything, but nothing tasted the same. Nothing tasted exactly like that. Kanti it was a pregnancy in me that thought, it was the pregnancy in me that thought that that potato salad was the best thing ever. Fine, but I'm starting now to think. I went back home, which is like PMB now, and I think I started having this conversation with a guy. I started having this conversation. Remember, I'm because you know, he was just that. So what? If we're gonna have this fallout over something petty, so what? Life goes on, Mos. What do you mean? Hi, angazi nami. So vele ngimgcine nje mhlambe into yethu ineviki or whatever. Ngathi nami mangikhulume ngishoyo naye umfana wami wabantu wathi hey mhlambe ke ngithole enye intombazane la. Bayayithulela umfana wabantu bayibukela. Hayi ngimfonele. Did I call him? No, I didn't. I think I sent him a WhatsApp. On some, hey, I haven't received my periods, and so quick face, Supreme Glow highlighter. I haven't received my periods, and it's confusing me because like I don't understand how, because I remember how things transpired. Umbana is like, I don't worry about it. It can't be anything, you know, serious. Remember Peli's in zenzakala kanjani. I'm like, yeah. That's like where my confusion comes from. Because now I remember. So now I'm trying to think, how come am I here? You know, there could be a reason. I am to do umbana. No, don't worry about it. Probably late or for whatever reason and whatever. We have to do that tonight. To do that into engekho. They probably late njani. Sengiqala ke manje ukuba worried mina. Lapho at that time, I know my body. Like I'm starting to be worried. Ngase ngithi mina ngizothenga i-pregnancy test. Ngithenge. I think it was the next day I started work. It must have been the Monday of that following week here training. So I'm just gonna, I wanted to do lashes, but I don't think ngizokwazi ukwenza on camera because of the time. And I might have load shedding. Not that I am having load shedding. I just think, angazi mina ukuthi what is this? What are these makeup products engiwasebenzisayo? Avela triggerishe my nose. Ngithenge, I think that Monday, i-pregnancy test, ngithenge pharmacy. Mangiphuma nje emsebenzini ngiyenza. Ngifike endlini. Ngiyenza, and then I saw like a faint second line. Yawazi lawa se-pharmacy angathanda into a tape or whatever. I don't know how to explain. I saw a faint second line. Hey, and then ngimfonela umfana, hayibo. Ikhona yona into ekhona lana. Like I'm seeing a faint second line. Now he's starting to worry kodwa manje umfana usho. Ngoba nami ngangisho. Kodwa manje mina eyami i-surety did not matter because I know my body, and this was happening to me. Ukuthi umfana usho nani mina did not make me sure. Athi oh, it's because mhlawumbe uyithatha usudlile. You must just try take one ekuseni ungakadli. Hayi ngibe nethemba nje elingekho kodwa nje ngiyazi umzimba wami. Lapho ziyela boma 18 of whatever month. So I'm going to use this lipstick engayithenga Edgar's, those cheap. It's lip gloss. It's a lip gloss. Fana angiduduzeki ithemba elingekho. izame ekuseni mhlambe ingabe uthathe i-test having eaten already. Yabona siyaduduzana nje uyongiduduzayo kodwa naye I don't think at that time wayesenayo into yokuthi hey yabo naye nje usho ukuthi hayi there must be an explanation. So now I'm thinking to myself, hey, I just met this guy. Uzocabanga ukuthi I'm probably one of those girls ngithatha ama-chance ngiyamkhohlisa, but I can't lie with something like this. Yes, but I know ukuthi naye like when we met wabona ukuthi ngumuntu onjani, like you can see a man, you can see, you know, no matter mina ngitheni, but when it gets down to there you can tell ukuthi lo muntu behleli I know izinto ziyakhandwa manje amantombazana ayakhanda, but you can't sustain into yomkhanda. I don't know why I'm saying, because I don't even know kukhandwa kanjani. So in my mind ngiyasho ngithi but uyazi ukuthi kwenzakalani, and even indlela izinto ezenzeka ngayo at times, you know, because it had been a while. So uzokwazi, and I'm speaking to him like soon, like the following month or whatever, ibingakapheli inyanga vele ngeke asho usecansi sengihambe ngayolala nobani kuphi ndanini, but ikhona le nto concerning mina ukuthi we just met, lo mfana akangazi ngempela, yes uyayizwa into engishoyo futhi akazi bekhona conversation nje, we had just met. Now we're talking indaba yokuzibana ayisekho. And then okay, the next day ke ngivuke ke ngiyothenga i-test. The next day ekuseni, it's one line and the second plus sign, a clear one. I did not believe mina umntanami ukuthi ukhona impela uya-exist till I went for the first scan. I think I'm gonna go close the door. I'll come back now. I'll go close the door and come back and just finish up this makeup and this story and just style my hair. Okay, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to close off this video. This is actually 2 hours later, as I did mention that I was going to get load shedding. So I quickly just want to finish up the story because we're here already. We started with that, so we might as well just wrap it up nicely. So I just finished, I did my hair, put on my falsies, so that's just about it. So this is literally 2 hours after. I feel like I'm screwed. So I was sure by then that no, something was happening. When I took the test the next morning, it had 2 lines, like one single line and a positive sign. So, and then I called again now with substantial evidence. I remember I just took pictures of all these tests that I had taken, and then I sent them on WhatsApp. Did I? No, I didn't send them straight away. I took just pictures and I called them. But when I called them the second time around, because I called him earlier, I remember, and then he said I must just try it again in the morning. So I called him the second time and he was just going on and on about trying to fix our relationship and saying, I don't know, saying he doesn't know what is it that he said that put me off, but he just wants to apologize and whatever. And I'm sitting there on the other side of the call and I'm like, we have bigger problems. We have bigger problems than our relationship. Right now, I'm just listening to this guy going on and on and on and just apologizing, saying he's sorry. He was just thinking about it, the fact that we just ended talking like that. But it hadn't been long. It must have been like a week and a half after, if not like 2 weeks. So I remember I did not want him at all. But at that time, what I said to him was like, I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying, but we're still here. And he was like, I'm confused. I don't know how that happened, but we will see. But things happen like this. That's how things transpired. And I'm like, I know. If there's one thing who knows how things happened that day, it is me, bro, because I was there too. So fine. I went through my first trimester, which was horrible, horrible. And I'm just grateful for one thing, that I was at home not working, because it was during the lockdown, that major first lockdown that we took here in South Africa. So I got to be sick in bed at home and, with my family. So I had to tell my family early, because they needed to understand what was happening. And secondly, my brother was sick at that time. So we're kind of like going through something as a family, and it was huge. It was taking like quite a huge toll on us, because now here is this pillar of our family who was incapacitated, not feeling well. So it was quite another situation that required a lot from me. So I had to tell my family so that they know how to support me. And in terms of food as well, I did not want food. I did not want water. I couldn't swallow my own saliva. I could not. Right now, as I'm talking, and you're probably watching, you're on the other side and also watching, like you can't keep tabs or even track of how often you get to swallow your own saliva, because it's just something that happens. Your body and your system just does that without you even noticing. But during my first trimester, I could not swallow my own saliva. You don't even want to know what I've had to do, like that entire morning or half the day. You just don't want to know. It had not gotten to a point where I vomit, but it was just nausea, in the highest degree ever. I did not want food. I did not want him. I remember even in our conversation, our WhatsApp conversations, when I tell him that I'm sick and saying I must go see a doctor, I used to tell him off, because I didn't want him. I'd be like, you don't know, because there's no cure for morning sickness. There's just no cure. What the brown bread and the whatever is not for curing. It's just for a person who's going through it to just better manage. But it does not necessarily mean it can work for the other woman as well. So I don't want food, yet I was hungry. That was the most tricky part, because I didn't want food ever, but I'm hungry. I feel like I feel like there's just something in my tummy that's just doing this, because I needed to eat. And at the same time, at the back of your mind, you're thinking of this child. And the first trimester is like the important in terms of development as well. So you need the nutrition. So how are you going to get it? I was trying, man. I was trying, like, it was the worst time ever. So then eventually we got, first time is I do not want him. Like, I'll tell him, I don't like you. I was like, firstly, I don't like you. Secondly, there's no cure for what I'm going through. Even if I go to the doctor, um, the doctor's not going to give me anything. I'll be like, firstly, I don't like you. And so second trimester, when I was feeling cute, like, just documenting the size of my belly through pictures and stuff. I had this app as well. I'll be posting about the size of my baby, that he's like a watermelon size. No, watermelon is huge. Like a gem squash size, like a cabbage size, and like a grapefruit size, all those developments. And then it got really exciting. But it took for me that number one scan. Remember, I couldn't do it earlier. I think I did it closer to 3 months, because the country was shut down, doctors not working, only by emergency. And they didn't think my case was an emergency, because I wasn't sick. I just needed a first scan to actually confirm my pregnancy, because I had confirmed my pregnancy through a test I took on my visit to the GP, but not somebody who was specializing, not a gynae or obstetrician or whatever. So only then, I remember I went to a private hospital, and then I went through the radiography, and then I told them this is what I wanted, and then they took this scan of me. So I'm just lying there and hoping that the person who was assisting me is going to say, no, no, it's not a baby, but there's just a term for it. It did not come. It was a baby, and it's still a baby, and it's sleeping on the other side, like in the bedroom next door. The baby's sleeping. The baby is a human. Up to this day, I still wonder. I look at my son with so much wonder, with so much gratitude as well. I'll be like, Lord, I just can't fathom who you are. I can't believe, like, I carried a human inside me, and I get to see this human grow. I get to see the human hit different milestones, and I'm like, God, you have to be a wonder. You just a marvelous God. You're so supreme. You are so sovereign, because I can't understand that I had a baby, a human inside me, and it turned to be a human when things didn't really go according to things that produces human. Till this day, we just like, we just wonder. I know we wonder. His father too just like looks at him and he knows he's me. Like, it's, he's just a photocopy of me. But it's not a conversation that we revisit. Only when we having fun and we're joking about it, probably over WhatsApp or whatever, things like that. But I have a human. That trimester was also not bad until I started getting really big and my feet started swelling and my BP was fluctuating. This week it was okay, the next week it was not okay, and I had my doctor took a decision that because your baby has grown, even though he's born at 36 weeks, let's not wait. I'm just going to inject you with steroids so that we try to support his lungs. And yeah, because his weight didn't really mean that his lungs were going to be able to function, so they had to give me those steroids even though they were like given before surgery. So yeah, I'm grateful. So this is me closing off this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched up until this far, please type in the comment section the word life, LIFE, so that I know you watched till this particular time. Please type live. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. It is absolutely free. You're not going to pay anything whatsoever. Thank you so much. Also, keep me in your prayers. I'm playing the second leg of the European Champions League on Wednesday, the 17th of May. But I'm playing at home, Etihad, so I think I'm going to have the upper hand. Even in the previous leg as well, I had an upper hand up until 20 minutes or so. I should have gotten a goal out of that. I don't know how, but we will see. Keep me in your prayers. And also, I'm actually playing a game today now. I'm actually playing Everton now, and the time is 15:28, so I've lost 28 minutes into the game as well, but don't fret, I am going to catch the second half. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, bye. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. Please like the video as well. Don't have to lose anything by just hitting that thumbs up. You're not going to lose anything whatsoever. Please like. The most you can do is like the video. Okay? Bye. See you when I see you.